Hello, everyone, and welcome to my channel. This channel's for educational purposes. We check into great theories and concepts and discoveries that you might not be familiar with because they've been suppressed, and these are things that could really benefit you um, with your spiritual, mental, and physical health. And unfortunately, you don't know about them, most likely because they've been suppressed. And this is a segment called Your Blind Side. And this is also for the anods and diggers and truthers out there, the InfoWar fighters, the people who recognize that there is a worldwide civil war going on between the globalists and the sovereign nationalists, or whatever, truther freedom movement, and that it looks like, to me, that we're going to win this war. Now, I think there are other opinions out there that are like, well, we have the potential to win. Looks like we're going to win. But they're still fighting back. Um, and that may be true. I think the analogy I used earlier this week is that we're in the fourth quarter of a football game and we're up by like about 3 touchdowns. And so we are definitely winning, but there's potential for them to come back. But I argued that it might be wise to cut out of the game early and beat the crowd. And if you beat the crowd, you can get home before, while everybody else is still stuck in the parking lot. And you can get down to business, get on with your next event or next phase. And there are other phases. I think that the Patriot movement is not kind of recognizing that. I think there's a lot of people that think that, okay, if we win this, it'll be over. And it will not be over. Um, there's a ton more work to do, and most of the work is ahead of us. This is just the initial winning, but the implementation phase and the what is that going to look like? What is this new regime going to look like? How is it going to be any different than the old? Um, and I don't think that that work has been done yet. Um, and so there needs to be uh, some thinking, deliberation, understanding, and a lot of red pilling that's going to have to be done to figure this out. Because we can't move forward on the basis of what we have already. And, there's a lot of troubling signs. Um, there's a lot of people that are still kind of making these decisions based on economics. These are more normie people, but this is still, these are still the people that are, you know, in the country, and this has we have to move forward with everyone, um, regardless of how asleep they are. And I know that some of these ridiculous uh, communications that are occurring are for to wake these people up. But but I just don't really feel that this is something that we're properly prepared for, and that just the whole kind of zeitgeist of everything just kind of is implying business as usual. And this has to be um, countered. This has to be um, questioned and rejected, because more of the same is not going to bring on any type of golden age or age of Aquarius or whatever you want to call it. And that's 5D consciousness. That's where I think we are going, and that is the least that is going to be required. And that's going to require a thorough paradigm shift from everyone. Everyone is, and it may be that there are some of these normies that don't make the cut, and they have to, you know, have a different reality. Maybe they have to go another round on the 3D consciousness on a different planet or something. Um, but if we're moving into 5D or whatever you want to call it, there's different requirements, and the paradigms are going to need to be shifted away from this, how much does gas cost, and how much do groceries cost. I mean, I'm not saying that those things are irrelevant, and you know I struggle myself, to to pay for whatever, but those are kind of need to be secondary things. We're trying to um, kind of uh, move forward based on some type of principles, not convenience and not affordability, but principles, right and wrong, and values. And these have been articulated by the various religions, um, but also, again, not in the way that we need to move forward. And so that's why I've been talking a lot about deism, and that is just the belief in one God who is good, who has endowed the human beings with reason and curiosity and wonderment and conscience and aesthetics and creativity and inspiration and other higher spiritual mental faculties, intuition, um, that allow the human being to directly behold the creation of the Creator, and thereby to know the Creator through the laws of physics, geometry, and math, the beauty of the universe, and the elegance and complexity in a very simple way. Um, and so we are able to directly understand God, not through intermediaries like books, testaments, and Qurans, and not through intermediaries like priests, pastors, popes, rabbis, imams, and so on. These are, and scientists, and, um, other types of high priests. Um, these are not suitable for moving forward into the next age. We have to be able to do that directly. That is the next phase. That is that's the least that is required. And so there's a lot of work to do. And so you might want to get a head start and cut out of the info war a little bit early. This is going to be a redeployment, and it's going to need to be there's going to be need to be some infrastructure there by the time the masses figure out what's going on and that there needs to be a redeployment. Hopefully, there will be enough people over there by that time that will, be ready to get started. All right, like, share, subscribe, comment, contribute, and remember to watch your blind side.